Yeah, hi friends, and this is the last topic in the DB2 application program. The last topic I am going to cover like managing the test data. What is the main purpose of this program? Like in this topic, I am going to cover what is the load utility and run stat utility, and what is the purpose of copy and recovery utility. What is the pending states available in the DB2 program? We know already this how to insert the single row by using these are like a syntax I'm revising. You can able to see the insert into table, and these are like column names. Why we are mentioning here column name means you can able to insert like a without column name also, but the column name should be ordered in the whatever they there in the DB2 system. Just browse the DB2 table, then you can able to mention all column values here in as per the order of the column name. If you are not aware like what is the order of the column name, just give the column name here on the corresponding values here. You can able to see some values here, and some values having blank here, that is a null values. They are not able to they want to provide some null value without giving spaces like a zeros and spaces, then it will call like a null values. And you can able to see after insertion these are like a null values here. It has been inserted here B01, and the last record like AMA project number and project name is also blank here, and B01 department name. What are the mandatory values here? They are going they are provided here, and optional value like a it is providing like a not null field having provided with the blank value, and you can able to insert null values also. This is like a generally we have used like a most of the program like a single row insertion by using insert command. But how to insert the multiple rows? These are like a syntax for the multiple rows insert into table, and a similar like column names are given. Select here, select what are the table and give here colon. This is general command. If you are running with a spoofy, you can give like a colon here. It will kind of like a all single statement here till here. If you are removing here, if you are giving insert here, you will like a syntax error, because insert without having any values, you will get like a expecting some values command. That's why if you are inserting multiple rows, give this command insert column name and select command like from which table you are going to fetching and inserting into this table, then colon here in the spoofy. So it will fetch like all record from the select from this table and insert into this table. And this is like before inserting the table, this is an empty table. See, you can able to see in this table after table having these are like values. Here one more one more point friend. This function like a insert does not work for self-referencing table. We can able to see in the next slide what is a self-referencing table. This is mostly using like a copy command like a from one table to another. You can able to use like a multi-row insert. This is we call like a multi-row insert command. For self-referencing table, this is not allowed. Why means RI instruction referential integrity constraint like a primary and foreign key relations key restriction. You will have to find way how to insert the record by using self-referencing table. This is like a sample exercise what happened in the self-referencing table. You can able to see some of the command here. They are giving copy dot table and test dot table 1. Copy example like another region of table, and similar like test region. Consider like a prod region of the table 1, and this is like test region of table 1. While copying, what will happen? It will like check like a primary key and foreign key value of the other table. The same table, see table 1 and table 1, but this is another region of table. I am retrieving copy like 1,000 rows from production row into copy into test rows. At that time we will be able to see the primary and foreign key referential integrity constraints will come. You can able, these are like a solution we can able to provide like a while copying. Remove the foreign key value self-reference table, this one, or like a multi-row insert we have to do by using previous commands. Insert command, add the foreign key value, then when you add like a foreign key, the table have to check like a check the data whether foreign key value having null values or not null values. I have to check all values. These are drawbacks for the copying like all from another region table to test region of table. What is the solution to provide a single insert command? Instead of follow these 4 steps, we can able to give like only one command that is called like load utility. We have option like to remove all these drawback, like we have to, instead of copying, removing foreign key and multiple row insert command, all these, instead of copying single command like copy, I want to copy from product copy dot table 1 to test dot table 1, I need to follow all these solutions. Instead of 4 steps, I can able to do only one step, that is called load utility. This load utility nothing but what will it will remove all these drawbacks. We don't have to follow all these 4 steps. You can just give load utility. Let me see like what is the load utility here. And this is like a load utility having the input is the sequential data set, and it will like work under the table space level. Load data record in the input sequence mean whatever the data in the table like file having sequential data, it will load into the table in the same sequence. Data can be loaded in one or more table. We can able to like at a time we can able to do more than one table, and every utility run on the table space only because the physical object. The whatever the load we are using, it will work on that table space level. What is mean table space? It is having multiple of tables. Besides the check data utility, we have to also having load utility. As we have seen, like it will provide us like an elegant way with the load self-referencing table. Self-referencing table nothing but the same thing. Production data to copy into test data, but to avoiding primary key and foreign key violation, we have to use the load utility. These are like a syntax here. See, these are like a flat file here. Loading data into one table. I am loading one for one table, and this is a flat file. In this flat file, we have like some position of the file. You can able to the start of the 7. I have given an example of 7 here. It will start like a department number, again department name, and these are like they have indicated like a position or two. Generally, if you open the file master, you can able to see the what is the position of this file. But you have to open with the copy layout of the file also. Along with the file, you have to give like a copy booklet to you can able to see then the position of the file. And this is like a table department. After creating table department, that like this is a copybook layout, and the department number start with here department number, and what is the department name. This is like a layout of the while browsing in the file master or file aid. This is a syntax here to loading the data, like a load data into table department and table name, and here department name, department number I have mentioned here, and position is 7, the starting position. You can able to see the starting position only I have mentioned. Character is 3 characters, and department name starting of the 10th character. Here you can able to see they start like a department name 10th, and manager number having position 36, mean start like the 36th position, and length is having 6 characters. Similar like admin department and position, it will like a target column name. What is the target column name here? And the department like a input field location, and input field type and length here. What is the type of the field here and the length of the field here. Manager number having like a 6 characters. You can able to see the 6 characters here. 3 characters from the position 7 here. That's even though if you are starting with 3 characters from position 7, I have mentioned like here 7 position, 3 characters. These are like a syntax for the loading utility for self-referencing table. These are like how to run the load utility by using input data set we have provided, and the control statement and record data set you have to fill here. What will happen if the data, what is mean data type conversion means? Here you can able to see some of the value having truncated manager number. They have provided like integer here, but I want to convert into the See, earlier we have mentioned like a loading data character is the field here, character of 6 field. I want to convert this character into integer. How to convert? By using data type conversion. This is like a syntax. We have to mention manager number, position 36, and integer external of 6 here. Similar like integer, I am converting this integer field for external of 6 field. This is syntax here, like I am converting to the char into the integer field. Then you have to mention integer field on which type of field you are going to convert is that field data type you have to mention. Then external of 6 char, that is the bytes. That is called data type conversion. But while loading, we have to how to insert the null values. This is like syntax here, like while defining loading data into the table. Another way, like we have to department while loading into the department table. This is also another way we can able to position the column name. Position 7:9. Earlier we have mentioned like only position 7 and char of 3. And the thing was starting position and the length here separately we have mentioned. In this type of naming convention, I am given like a department number and position. Position is 7:9. Earlier I mentioned only position 7. Now I have mentioned 7:9 means 7, 8, 9 means 3 characters. Just I mentioned like what is the data type here. I have now given inside the bracket what is the data type. Just I have given like a char here. That's it. Even you can able to see department number starting from 10th position and the length is 35. Starting from 10th and ending character 35. You can able to see starting position 10 and number of character 25. Count here 10 plus 26 35. That is the length starting from 10th. Means till 9 only here it is 7, 8, 9. Again the department name start with 10. 10 to 26 character, it will come ending with 35 characters. So I given starting position and ending character. You can able to see the inside here bracket the starting position. This is the first field, nothing but the starting position. Second one nothing but ending value. To insert the loading the null values, we have to mention here starting position and ending field is totally having 5 characters 36. And 6 characters. I am a manager number having colon question mark. If I give like a 6 values, the question mark count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many? If there is a length of the 6 bytes, then you have to give 6 question marks here. If you are having character only having bytes having 1 byte, then you have to give only single question mark. But here my length of the manager number having 6 bytes, so I given 6 question marks here. And this is like administration and department number and same like position and the length here. This is like a how to way like to insert the null values into manager table. Manager number field column name. Next one is like how to load like multiple tables into table space. Till now we have seen like loading data into table space and having one table, and but to want to load like multiple tables into table space, we can able to like take like a sample file. This is the sample file only. But here while loading data, I am giving a position when 51 is equal to D, then the same those values contain having one table, department table. Whenever having position like in this file, this is a like this is a sequential file. The position 51 somewhere it will be having position 51. I am considering like 51 contain the D. Those data contain having department table data. Similar like into table load data into table when D 51 position is D, then I am loading into department table. Similar like into table employee table when 51 is equal to E, nothing but start with like you can able to see the structure of the file here. Those record contain the employee table here. So at that time I am mentioning the all employee detail table detail. Yeah, you can able to remember these like always work with the table space. Load will always work with the table space, not here. Here one more syntax like what is a resume and replace parameter. while loading data, we have like another additional field like a loading data. We have like a initial load like while loading in initial type the empty table space. Then this is the default value here. Load data and resume no and into table space. Mean it assumes that you are loading data into the first time. If you are loading data first time, you have to mention resume is equal to no. If you are loading data non-empty table space, to load another data into the same space table space, then to add a rows. What is the condition of to load like data resume yes means this is like a contains like a non-empty table space. Resume yes here. Resume no means it is an empty field and this is the first time, this is a default value. If you not mention this is a contain having a every time it is contain the empty table space. This is the default. We don't have to mention resume no. Only we have to mention while loading into another data, another table into the same table space, or to add rows into the non-empty table. Friends, this is like an important point here. This is the non-empty table. This is not empty table. This is the non-empty table. At that time you have to mention resume is equal to yes into table. Means it kind of append. Consider like this is append here. We know earlier the COBOL syntax like append means already the data is there in the table. Then you are going to add at the end of the table file. Then you call like append. Similar like here resume is equal to yes means it contains the add the rows into non-empty table means it will append the records. And one more field like a replace means to it will remove reset the table space and related indexes to empty before loading to table. And replace means whatever the data is there like in the table, it will get refreshed with a fresh load. All the data, see earlier I have my table having 100 records, some old data. While loading data with the replace, I am loading only 10 records. So all the 100 records will gone and only 10 records fresh data will be loaded here if you have mentioned the replace option here. And this is a easy way to refresh data also. Like I want to empty the table space. How to empty the table space? By using just load data replace. It will contain the empty the data table space. But this is like a to load data into, while after emptying you can able to load the data by using resume no option only for the first time. And this is like a loading data like you contain the table. This is a sample paper exercise for loading data. These are like table space having multiple tables T1, T2, T3. These are like table. To how to add like a data into the like a DB2 table, T2 table from sequential data set. I want to add data here by using resume no yes here. See, you can able to see the load data into the add rows into non-empty table. My question here adding a row into the sequential data. I want to add rows here into T2 table. So at that time I have to use resume yes. I want to replace the data into table space like a table T2. Same like a T2 I want to replace the data. So just delete all records then resume yes here. Just delete all records resume yes, or just do here you can able to see the what is the answer they have provided like a delete all rows from the table, delete star from table. You can give the delete star from table, then give resume yes. Then you can able to load the data into the table. And we have like other load options is there. While loading into table, we have like constraint enforce constraint or /no. Here they are given underscore underscore for the constraint means this is the default one, and if you are specifically mentioned no means what is the constraint and no. Validating if you are mentioning the enforce constraint, every record have to validate here. Every record having validating. Then if you are enforcing no means validating of the data means while giving data violation we have to validate the data by using enforce no. What is the meaning of this one? Allow suppress enforcement of reference constraint while loading. Means if you want to remove the while loading data, I want to suppress the enforcing referential constraint, then you have to give enforce no. Enforce no can set the check pending states. Means what is the check pending states? You can able to see next slide. And load data into table name and log yes or no. What will happen? Log yes or no means yes is the default. What is meant no? You can able to see yes means while doing insert and update data change can happen. What is the no means while loading a utility faster than something is happened, then you cannot able to record the data. Log means log no means similar like it like while loading data something it has been appended like some error is happened in the table while loading data, you cannot able to recover the data. Log no while doing a log no, but if you are mentioning log yes, like data will get only for the insert and update option here, like loading faster for impact and recovery here. And another option like a discard 25 nothing but load must be stopped after 25 errors. You can able to see discard 25 up to 25 records are cannot be loaded, but it can be ignored. What does it mean? Like discard 25, it will like cannot be load the 25, but it can be ignored the 25 records. This is like discard condition. What is the discard file having the discard after discarding here 25? What is the discard? When condition is not satisfied or referential at what condition you can able to do discard the file having referential in constraint violation and duplicate key in a unique index and conversion error is happen. Collecting all error records is known as a discard file. Whenever having all this kind of errors, in the discard file it is there. These are like consideration while doing the loading data, like before loading data, like a sort input first, clustering index, define all index before loading, and creation of index after loading take more time. Sometimes we have seen like what is the use of we have to create like index before loading the table means this is another important question in the interview. Do we need to create like index before loading and after loading? Means we have to create always the index before loading the table. What is the purpose of means it like take like a more time after loading record means it will read like a whole table and then we have to create like an index here. You can able to see the large table consideration log no option means log no means what will happen the log no. You can able to go previous one. The load data sometimes happen you cannot able to recover the data if you are giving log no option. Large table consideration and efficient sort and run stat utility afterwards. Or you can able to see the what is the run stat utility. Then rebind after affected by planner packages. These are like consideration here. Some points is there here. If you have a special requirement for physical sequence of the table row, remember a clustering index. You must make sure that input rows and the right sequence before loading them. What will happen when you create index before loading the data? DB2 can build index with the data that has been stored. If you are creating index afterward, it will have to read all data into table storage once again. That's like a burden again to reading the all data, so it contains the time consideration. A run stat utility detail used to populate a DB2 catalog with the necessary statistics for bind and prepare. We'll able to see the what is the run stat utility will do. And these are like a run stat utilities will do run stats. What is an it will contain mainly for the optimizer statistics and DB2 statistics. What is the optimizer will do? Number of rows in the table and clustering is okay. Index level, what is the index level is okay, and number of distinct values in column. All these values it will check in the run stat utility. In DB2 also like reorganize the statics values. Always the index level, some of the mainly these are like 2 points for the index. Between root page and leaf pages, how many levels are there? That is called index level. You can able to see index level. The number of level increases, the index efficiency will get decrease here. If you are increasing the number of the levels here. You can able to always, this is the root page, and level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. If you are increasing the level, the efficiency of the index will get decreased. And in run stat utility, we have like some other options here, like to run against table space and ignore the indexes. This is the syntax here, run stat table space. If you want to add like indexes, then you have to give run stat table space, add with the index here. And to get the statistics for this specific column, and this is syntax here, and this is the table name and column name. And to run against the only one index of the table space, then you have to give index of the table space. And what is the other option for the run stat utility? These are the options for the run stat utility. What is the report also we can able to do? Yes, no. Only for reporting generated while the run stat utility. And these are like some other option while giving a run stat utility. Update all, none, space, access path. If you are giving like there are 4 options there. If you are providing all, it will consider like all, both space and access path. None mean no catalog updates will take. And space means only space parameter will take access path. You can able to give update all means it will consider like a space and access path. And what is the purpose of the while doing bind? We have to mention always the explain parameter. What is the importance of explain parameter? You can able to see here. These are like a DB2 test and DB2 P like protection, the test data and statistics. The explain will collect the information of the statistics and place into the table. Say DB2 table T statistics contain, it will collect the information. Similar like protection statistics. These statistics is useful mainly for the whenever having the data for the large values. Because that in test data the volume is less, so we don't need much in the statistics. For the production value, the volume of the is more. That's why we need a statistics to collect the information. And these are like some DB2 system log data set. Log means what is the log here? You can able to see update. And update, delete, insert SQL operation is reflected on the log data set in a log record here. A log record contains the before image and after image of the modification. A log record having the address called a relative byte address. This log record having only RB address of the file. Copy utility. What is the use of copy utility means? See, any specific movement in the image copy is made by running the copy utility. How to take the image copy of the any while loading? This is mainly for the useful for the DB2 recovery team. At what time point of means sometimes the while loading the they will do like every release the month and they are loading the data from production to test region, that is called recovery team will do. At that time they will take backup of the table by using the copy utility. How to take image copy means by using copy utility. The image copy is a copy of the table space into dataset or disk. Where they will place the copy means they will take into dataset and the disk or tape. They will take disk or tape format and they will place the dataset in the disk or tape format. The related information stored in the DB2 catalog. All the data information will store DB2 catalog. What is the use after copy utility? Was the use of recovery utility. See, something while they will take copy utility. See, while loading the data, somewhere there happen an error is append is happen on the 100 record after 1000 record. They want to do the recovery utility to replace again from 101 record to again they will load into 1000 records. At that time we have to take run the data from the copy utility. That's why they will take copy data by using copy utility, and to load again the data from any occur happen in the disk crash happen, they will do by using recovery utility. That's why they will do image copy by using copy utility. You can and then they will run the recovery utility. Increase the data, restoring the data more recent image copy data set, applying log record between RBSC and the log of the log here. Somewhere while loading the data into the table, the disk is crashed, then they will take like a recovery utility here. Copy pending state means when the data was modified without logging, then while loading data we have mentioned earlier load log no, then modification is not allowed in this table. Then DB2 set the copy pending state. No update available in this table, and copy must be run to reset the state. While loading, if you are doing someone is an update and insert the data, then we have to the data will put in the copy state. At that time you have to run the copy utility here, copy pending state. The status will set like a copy pending state, but you have to run the copy utility to reset the state here. And recovery pending, similar, like a recovery pending means while loading the data to restart, load can be cancelled here. Previously we told like while a recovery utility, see at the time while loading data, the load has been cancelled, so the DB2 put data into the recovery pending state. So no access allowed in this data, recovery must be done, means at the time you have to run the recovery utility. And these are like three pending states here. We have discussed previously: copy pending, check pending, and recovery pending status. Yeah, that's all, friends. These are like a last topic. I have covered like DB2. I have covered like all topics in DB2. If you are having any questions, please put in the comments. I will get back to your what is the question for you, and I will reply to your question. Friends, if you are having any questions other than this, whatever topic I have covered, please update in the comment. I will reply to your question. What is the corresponding answer and how to answer in the interview. If you are faced any new questions in the interview, please comment in the chat. I will reply to your chat. Friends, if any other friends is looking for two mainframe topic, please share these videos to them. They will get learn the mainframe topic. Thank you all.